Everywhere we turn and look, we see them. They are on our clothes, shoes, food, and drinks. They are professional athletes. These are the people that most kids look up to. They are in our lives everywhere, and we can't get away from them. But what happens when the perfect athlete that we love to look at and watch is found to have been taking drugs for most of their professional career? This makes us look down on all athletes as drug users. We all have that favorite athlete that we can't get enough of. We are constantly looking them up online to see what they are doing next or when or where they are going to be playing next. We have their merchandise with their names on it. We become overwhelmed with these athletes and that they are a part of our everyday life. But when we find out that they have been using drugs and have been cheating the system, we get mad and feel betrayed. Professional athletes should be drug tested randomly and monthly to hopefully maintain that they should stay clean to be great role models to our children and people of the world. These are the people our kids look up to and want to be. Why shouldn't they be held to a certain standard too and made to stay clean? They are supposed to be role models, and they act like they are so much less. These athletes are everywhere we look today. We can't go down a store aisle without seeing some kind of athlete these days. There are people we can relate with. We all want to do what our dream is. We see that they can make so why can't we? So why shouldn't they be held accountable for doing drugs also, if they are supposed to be just like everybody else? These are the people of the products we use every day. We all want to be them, but why do they make it like they are perfect and they get these awesome abilities just from being themselves? They are always telling us to just keep practicing, we'll make it with our own abilities, because that's what they did. This may be the cause in the beginning when they first started out, but now that there's a big percentage where athletes are taking enhancement drugs to help their game further on in their career. We need to make these athletes and role models be responsible for their actions. I see these athletes need to have random drug tests done every month. This will show athletes that we aren't playing around with who our children are looking up to. I believe most people who would rather have their kids look up to an honest person than someone that cheats the system. These athletes need to be just pulled into an office on a random time and drug tested to make sure that they are staying faithful to their commitment to be a team player. We need to keep when each athlete is to be drug tested a secret, because then they can't cheat the system. If they knew when they were going to be tested, they can purposely stop taking drugs at a certain time to get them out of their system, or use other kinds of drugs to clear their system. If they are caught with drugs, they should be suspended from playing for a certain amount of time. This should be determined by the heads of each professional sports organization. How common is the drug use in professional athletes' world today? Using performance enhancement drugs have been dated back to 776 BC in the first Olympic Games. The first confirmed enhancement drug was in 1954 with the Soviets. This quote from Jose Canseco states that 85% of major leaguers were on steroids, which caught the attention of lawmakers concerned about the state of the U.S. national pastime. More and more student athletes in high school are starting to use enhancement drugs. I believe they are using them because they think that they have to have them to make it in the big league. These athletes need to be held to a standard, and that standard is that they need to remain drug-free while playing professional sports. Professional athletes should be drug tested randomly and monthly to hopefully maintain that they will stay clean to be great role models to our children and people of the world. So next time we are in the store and see that professional athlete in a box, we should think, are they clean? Are they setting the example for our kids we want them to follow? Thank you.